Have you ever wanted to be better at understanding attacks? Well, good. That's why I'm making this. These videos will help you understand how to properly use a character. I will not talk about artifacts or weapons, and your numbers and attack percentages may be different from mine. Check where my arrows are on your own character for your actual numbers. Today, we will be talking about Collei, who has a dendro vision. Looking at her talents, the top one here is her normal attack, which is the left mouse, B, or the circle button. It is a 4-hit combo, and does attack according to this chart. If you hold the button down, she will charge up a shot. Releasing the button before it is done charging will do this amount of attack, and releasing it fully charged will do this amount of dendro attack. If you press the R key on PC, or just keep the left trigger held down on console, you can move around more easily while aiming. This is the amount of attack she will do when landing on enemies, and this is the additional attack she will do to enemies around her, depending on how high she was. The second talent is her elemental skill, activated by the E key or the right trigger. When pressed, she will throw out a boomerang that deals this amount of dendro damage when it hits an enemy. The third talent is her elemental burst, activated with the Q key or the Y or triangle buttons. When pressed, she will throw a doll that does this amount of attack in front of her, and then for the next 6 seconds, this amount of attack will be dealt to whatever enemies are inside the green circle. The fourth talent says that before the boomerang from her elemental skill returns, if any of your party members triggered a dendro reaction, when the boomerang does return, a green ring will appear around your character. This ring will deal 40% of Collei's attack as dendro damage periodically around them for 3 seconds. If you do this again while the ring is still active, a new ring will replace the old one. The fifth talent says that if a party member is within the green circle made by her elemental burst, and they trigger a dendro reaction, the green circle will stay for 1 extra second. This can happen a maximum of 3 times. And the sixth talent decreases the amount of stamina it takes to glide for your whole party by 20%. This does not stack with similar talents. Now, let's move on to her constellation. You normally acquire these by wishing for another copy of Collei on a banner with her featured. If you don't plan on wishing for her again, you don't need to know these. The first star says that when Collei is not the current party member, her energy recharge, which affects how fast her elemental burst recharges, is increased by 20%. The second star makes it so that you do not have to trigger any dendro reactions to trigger the green ring, mentioned in the fourth talent. It also makes it so that if you do trigger a dendro reaction while the boomerang is out and before the green ring ends, it will increase the time of the ring by 3 seconds once. The third star automatically increases the level of her elemental skills talent by 3 and increases its maximum level from 10 to 15. The fourth star says that by using her elemental burst, all party members other than Collei will have their elemental mastery increased by 60 for 12 seconds. The fifth star automatically increases the level of her elemental burst's talent by 3, and increases its maximum level from 10 to 15. The sixth and final star says that when the elemental skill's boomerang hits its first enemy, it will do an additional 200% of her attack as dendro damage. So, that was my explanation for how Collei works. 4 stars are pretty simple. She's a good source of the dendro element, so it makes sense that she was the first dendro character. Please comment and tell me if you hate bow characters, or if you like the dendro element. If you are still confused, repetition is the backbone of learning. Be seeing you.